Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Taruna Joshi from Ramdas College. Today I am going to talk about circulation from paper ICT for libraries. Now let's see what are the objectives of the module. Objectives are to study about the circulation master databases, functions of automated circulation control, compliance with NCIP 2.0 and SIP 2 for electronic surveillance and RFID based transaction, maintenance status of the items on online catalog, borrowing and lending through interlibrary loan, and stock verification and generation of different types of reports. Now let's see the introduction of this topic. Circulation is a central and highly visible function of a typical library. Circulation, which is often compared with inventory control, involves a great deal of record keeping and consumes considerable staff time. It is essential that the transaction records are accurate and updated for each transaction. Circulation, being vital front-end function of a library, has provision for all the possible automated functions handled in a typical academic library, that is membership, issues, returns, interlibrary loan, reminders, overdues, reservations, recalls, etc. It also keeps track of members' registration, issue, renewal, return, and reservation of documents. A library member should be able to see his or her membership status, items that he or she has borrowed, returned, renewed, requested, items which are damaged, which are lost, or which are stolen using the online public access catalog. Many libraries are using barcode technology for books and membership card for speedy transaction and stock verification. Smart card and RFID system are the recent technologies that are also being used for circulation system that facilitates a fully automated circulation control with efficient check-in and check-out features in most of the integrated library packages. Objectives of automated circulation control. The objectives of an automated circulation control may be summarized as follows: to record and maintain the loan transaction data accurately, to record and maintain the membership data, to have efficient and effective control over the dues, fines and records, to provide accurate information about the status of a book and a member, and also to provide the necessary statistical and management reports. Advantages of computerized circulation subsystem: identify and track reserved documents on their return from loan, generate in print and electronically overdue and recall notices, calculate fines and generate demand notes, print checkout and check-in slips instantly. Reservations on documents in circulation can be made instantaneously. Automatic identification of overborrowing and defaulters. Error-free data capturing through the barcode, RFID and smart card technology. Define circulation parameters, that is limits in terms of books that can be borrowed and borrowing time period for various categories of members. Backup provision to cover telecommunication or computer system failures. Collect and display issue statistics and other reports for the management and also for the users. Support multiple items renewals in one step. Alert the members if an item is already issued to another user. Change the status of an item automatically in the OPAC after it has been issued or returned, and also to allow the users to place reservation on an available or charged or issued item without the library's intervention. Circulation master databases. Circulation master allows the library staff to define parameters needed to take care of circulation operations in the library. One should have defined parameters in the member type, categories, privileges, calendar, customized member card, institute details, interlibrary loan details, etc. before you start with the other functions of the circulation module. Number 1, member category. Categories of various types of users are created and stored in this master with their borrowing or usage rights or privileges, etc. Under this member category, one should feed in detail like category code, membership duration, membership charges, membership dues allowed, and deposits charged and member expiry date. The privileges should also be defined selecting each member category like types of documents, number of documents to be issued, loan period, and fine to be charged for each member category, etc. This will help in calculation of overdue charges and duration of loan period in transaction module. Privileges can be defined based on the type of material and the collection type. Now let's come down to the second point, member types. This option is useful especially for the book bank member types, facilitate defining privileges based on the type of members. This parameter is particularly applicable in circulation module for book bank. Here, one can impose restrictions in the terms of number of books, cost of books, total income of borrower's parents, categories of borrowers, that is SC, ST, OBC or general, etc. Types of members can be categorized in different categories. Now let's see what is there in point number 3, which is customized member card. This option allows you to create new template or add or edit or delete existing template meant for printing barcodes, membership identity cards with requisite membership information, etc. The template facilitates customization of size of various fields for the membership cards of the users. Number 4, calendar. Calendar is used for storing official public holidays declared for the library. The information stored here is used to shift the due date to the next working day. This also takes care of calculating overdue charges wherever applicable. Number 5, institute detail. This module enables to create any number of institutions with their code, name, and address. Under each institution, number of departments can be created along with courses available in the departments and the designation of the different users of that department. This information is useful in creation of membership, wherein institute, department, course, and designation of the user can be selected from the drop-down menu. Number 6 is interlibrary loan. One can add the external library or institution that becomes a member of the library to facilitate the lending and borrowing resources on interlibrary loan. Based on the type of material, details of the member library and associated privileges, that is, maximum number of items to be issued, lending period, fine charges, etc., can be defined. The same template can be used to define privileges for the resources loaned out to departmental library, that is, made available at another location. And last, number 7 is letter layout. This master file stores predefined contents of various letters used in circulation. Each letter may consist of elements like letter number, letter title, customizable content, signatory, copy to, enclosure heading, enclosure contents, etc. The following letters are generally printed or sent to the users by email. Number 1, reminders to the members. Number 2, notices to reserves. Number 3, document recall letter. Functions of automated circulation control are as follows: creation of membership, search membership database and documents database, charging and discharging of books, reserve, renew and recall function, issue reminders for overdue books, provide members statistics, overdue charges and generate letters, stock verification, interlibrary loan, member log list, other reports. Creation of database of members. Circulation module allows the library staff to create, delete or renew transaction records and to establish relationship between the user, which is taken from the members database, and resources which are taken from document database. Activities involved in creation of database of members include: number 1, new membership record creation. Membership records include personal information, namely last name, first name and middle name, type of membership which is selected from the master's database, membership status, category of member, name of department or division, institute and course if applicable, and contact number, address, etc. for each of the enrolled members. Membership code may be generated automatically or entered manually into the database. This member ID is printed as barcode on identity cards and is used for the document transactions. Number 2. Modification of membership records. Membership records can be modified in the sense that they can be edited or updated using members ID or code. Number 3. Deletion of members records. This feature facilitates library staff to delete membership record either group wise or one at a time at the end of membership period. Prerequisite for use of this step is clearance of all the dues for each individual member of a group. Next point is renewal of membership. This provision is required for renewing the expiry date of membership when the validity of membership expires. Number 5. Copy member. One may copy an existing membership record and use it with new membership code. This option is useful when a library member changes his or her credentials by shifting to another department or joining a new course altogether. Number 6. Search member. Membership records can be searched using various parameters. There are various filters to limit the search results, such as code, name, department, designation, entry date, and category. The retrieved member list can be used to update the membership details or to issue no due certificate. In addition to that, member status, that is privileges, items issued and reserved, can also be searched through the online catalog by entering the member code or ID. Number 7. Delete single member or group. There are two options for this. That means for deleting the membership record, either delete single member or one can also delete the entire group of members. Number 8. Renewal. There are two options for renewal of membership record, either renewing single member or renewal of a given group of members. Number 9. No due certificate. No due certificate of members can be generated in bulk by selecting institute followed by the department, category and course or designation within the department. Now let's see what are transactions. The transaction or loan database is the core to the circulation system. This database comprises of series of records, one for each transaction. Each record includes a brief dataset that specifies details of document through the document number, details of the user through the membership code, and transaction details like date of issue, date of return. These are also extracted from the system date. and the due date is calculated automatically. With the integrated softwares, the bibliographical details, for example, the author, title, edition, place, and year of edition of the document on loan are extracted from the catalog database, and the membership database is utilized for collecting the user information. Accession numbers of documents are used as the key data element in first case, whereas the membership codes act as the pointer to the membership database in the second instance. All the transactions, that is charging, discharging, issued on premises, return on premises, renewal, reservation, cancel, reservation, written off, lost, missing, damaged, reminders, overdue, etc. of the documents are carried out and stored in the defined files or database. The following transactions are performed in an automated circulation system. Transactions. The transactions or loan database is the core to the circulation system. This database comprises of series of records, one for each transaction. Each record includes a brief data set that specifies details of document through document number, details of the user through membership code, and transaction details, for example, date of issue and date of return, are extracted from the system date, and due date is calculated automatically. With integrated software, the bibliographical details, for example, author, title, edition, place, and year of publication of the documents on loan are extracted from the catalog database, and the membership database is utilized for collecting user information. Accession numbers of documents are used as the key data elements in the first case, whereas membership codes act as pointer to the membership database in the second instance. All the transactions, that is charging or discharging, issues on premises, return on premises, renewal, reservation, cancel reservation, written off, lost, missing, damaged, reminders, overdues, etc. of documents are carried out and stored in defined files or databases. The following transactions are performed in automated circulation system. Number 1, charge or issue of documents. To issue a document presented by a borrower, its accession number is to be entered in the ILMS either manually or by using barcode scanner. Then the bibliographical information of the document along with its status, that is whether available for issue or reserved by some user, is displayed on the screen. The next step is to enter member code of the borrower that results in display of details of the member along with category, number of documents issued against the member, and overdue charges, etc. The library staff can then issue the document by selecting appropriate option. The system, after checking various parameters, generates appropriate message along with date of issue and due date of return. This submodule generally supports extension of due date if required. Number 2, discharge or return of documents. This facility is meant for receiving the documents back in the library. Only the accession number is sufficient to return the document. The status of the document along with details of returning member will be displayed. The library staff may then mark return of the document by clicking the necessary option. In case of late return, that is after the due date, the system prompts for fine collection. Number 3, issue and return on premises. On-premises issue is a typical transaction that facilitates for issue of items within library premises or in the reading room. For photocopying or overnight issue, just enter the accession number and click on return button to take back the book issued on premises. Number 4, book bank issue or return. This option facilitates library to issue or return material in bulk to any category or type of member, provided that they are entitled to get them. There is provision to issue books up to certain cost and specified categories of members. Such transactions are specifically applicable in book bank issues. Number 5. Renewal. This is meant to issue a document to the same member again by renewing the transaction record. Due date gets changed automatically in the process. The renewal process will be successful if someone has not reserved the document. Number 6. Reservation and cancellation. This function facilitates the library staff to reserve a document which is on loan. It is usual practice in libraries to maintain the holds queue on first come first served basis. Even in this function, before actually recording the holds, the system has to govern the hold placement by material type, member type, and other conditions as required by the library policy. There is a provision to cancel the reservation already made by a member. Number 7. Recall. It is not an unusual situation in libraries to recall the items borrowed by a member. An item is recalled if it is overdue and or is reserved by some member. There may be other conditions for recall, such as item is required for stock verification or the item has to be sent for binding and so on. Number 8. Fines or overdue charges. An item is said to be overdue if it is not returned to the library on or before due date specified at the time of charge or renewal or recall. The system should detect the overdue items and produce suitable overdue notices to the member. When required, the system should be able to provide listings of overdue items and member having overdue items. An efficient system allows suitably authorized staff for waiving of the fines and levying of fines for documents mutilated by the member. Further, the system should take into account the holidays while calculating the fine. Number 9. Reminder generation. Sending reminder to its members for overdue books are routine matter for any library. The circulation staff prints or sends reminders by email to its members using the reminder option. The generated reminders for overdue documents can be sent to a group of members, to individual members, for a particular due date, to all the defaulters. The format and text of reminder letter may be modified while generating reminders or by using master database. Number 10. Member log list. In many libraries, daily visits of the members need to be registered to keep track of the use of that library. A list of members who visited the library at a given time or between a given period with their logged in and logged out time can be generated. Number 11. Book transfer. In big organizations having large collections in the library, transfer of some of the collection to different department libraries or vice versa is possible. To perform this operation, you have to first select source library and the destination library. Enter transfer date and accession number of all the items to be transferred and then opt for transfer. Now let's see what is an automatic identification system. Barcode. The transactions are done using barcode on member card and the barcode label pasted on the book. The data required for issue or return of documents is taken from the catalog and membership ID codes. These barcoded data elements can be read through a portable light scanning device, for example, a barcode reader. And RFID. A recent trend of integrated library management systems is to incorporate self-checking or self-issue option in the circulation module using RFID, that is radio frequency identification technology. RFID technology is being used to manage self-service counters for issue and return of documents. An RFID system comprises of three components: a tag, a reader, and an antenna. The tag contains paper-thin chip which stores necessary bibliographic data. The tag is fixed on the inside cover of a document. RFID reader and antenna are often integrated into patron self-checkout machines or inventory readers. The RFID reader powers the antenna to generate the field to decode information stored on the chip. RFID reader sends information to the central server, which in turn communicates with the library automation software. RFID, apart from self-issue or return facility, also supports stock verification, theft detection using RFID technology, and identification of misplaced books and inventory counts. And the third are smart cards. A smart card is an embedded microchip that can be loaded with membership data that can be used for transaction of library materials. Interlibrary loan, in short ILL. Interlibrary loan simply means that documents available in a given library can be issued to other libraries. Most of the libraries depend on each other for meeting of the information requirement of their users. The circulation module in ILMS should also support interlibrary loan to help the library staff for smooth operations of the interlibrary loan. This submodule generally includes borrowing as well as lending of documents. Maintenance. Lost. Loss of a document is managed through two options. First is the replacement of document and the second is the recovery of the amount. In the first case, replacement is confirmed after entering code of the concerned member and the accession number of the lost document. If amount is to be recovered from a member for the lost document, the amount recover option is to be activated by entering the member code and the price recovered. Payment received may also be generated by selecting the appropriate option. The status of the same should be reflected in the online catalog. Binding. The reasons for binding documents are again twofold. First, their preservation for posterity and to keep them in a usable state for the users. Binding facility of maintenance submodule comprises the following 5 basic steps: entering accession numbers of the documents to be sent for binding, order generation for binding of selected documents through input of order number, expected date of delivery, price and name of binder, budget head, and also the binding type, receiving of documents from the binder and also the processing of invoice, release of payment and the reminder to the binder. Maintenance. This submodule is generally part of the circulation module for recording information about the lost documents as well as documents sent for binding, damaged documents, missing documents, and the documents which were withdrawn from a library. The functions of this submodule include the following. Number 1, lost. Loss of a document is managed through two options. One is the replacement of document and the second is the recovery of the amount. If amount is to be recovered from a member for the lost document, the amount recover option is to be activated. Number 2, binding. The reasons for binding are to their preservation and to keep them in a usable state for the users. Next, damaged. This option need to be exercised when some items of the library collection are damaged and have to be withdrawn from the circulation or from the catalog. Next is missing. A document can be tagged as missing when it is reported as missing by the staff or user or noticed during stock verification. And last, withdraw. Stock revision or weeding out of documents is essential in order to make enough space for the usable stock. The task of weeding out is performed by entering accession numbers of withdrawn documents in appropriate submodule. Such a system has the provision to reintroduce an already weeded out document by simply checking or clicking the status button. The status of the document is also reflected in opaque also. Stock verification. Stock verification, variably called stock taking, physical verification or checking, stock inspection, inventory taking, essentially means physical checkup of library materials. Libraries perform periodic stock verification in order to identify the missing, lost, and misplaced books. Stock verification helps to replace those missing documents and take appropriate precautionary measures to minimize the theft which might be happening. Besides this, the identification of damaged documents for repairing or binding, rearranging, cleaning, and withdrawal of obsolete documents are also performed simultaneously. The stock verification can be verified by using shelves, location of items, or import file which contains the list of accession number in order. Barcode technology or RFID can also be used for this purpose. There are different types of reports which are generated or in fact which are verified for the stock. These include the following. Number 1. Mismatch accession. In this type of report, one can get the list of items which are not available in the database. Number 2. Mismatch status. In this report, one can get the list of all those items for which the status is deferred in database. Number 3. Mismatch location. In this report, one can get list of items which are from different locations. And number 4. Available items. In this report, one can get list of items for which status is available, that is on shelf, but they are not verified during verification. Reports. One of the important advantages of an automated system is the provision of variety of reports. Some of the important reports are as follows. Number 1. Member ID card. Member ID card with the name of the member, membership code, department, institute, category, branch, year, photo, and also barcode can be printed by utilizing appropriate facility. Next, reminder. Generation of reminder letters for the overdue documents is a regular work of the circulation section. Reminders are produced and sent to a group of members or individual members or to all the defaulters. Reminder letters for interlibrary loan overdues are also granted as an output. Next is the list of library members. The list of the members of the library can be printed either by a name or by the member code. Member list can also be generated by department, category, or for a particular time period, that is, for the membership duration. The list can be sorted or any required sequence or order. Next, member history. It generates or displays a list of documents that are issued and returned by a member during his or her membership period. The membership code of the user is required to be entered for generation of such a list. Next is the membership expiry list. This facility generates a list of memberships expiring either on a particular date or between two different dates. Next is the items issued over a period. Now this is a list of the documents issued either on a particular date or between two dates. Items returned over a period. This option generates a list of documents returned either on a particular date or between two dates. Items reserved over a period. It produces a list of documents reserved either on a particular date or between two dates. Most frequently issued item. This option facilitates generation of a list of most frequently issued documents by displaying their accession numbers, titles of the books, etc. Most frequent members. It displays a list of most frequent users by showing the member details and how many times each have used the library. Next is the items transaction history. Entering accession number or resource identification number of the desired document generates a transaction history of any particular document. And the last is the fiscal report. It gives details of the fines collected by the library either on a particular date or between two ranges of dates. Additional reports. It includes no dues certificate, interlibrary loan reports, list of lost, missing or damaged documents, list of lost documents for which money was recovered, list of documents sent for binding, order letter for binding, list of withdrawn documents, fine summary, statistics, and book issue register. So students, let's now summarize whatever we have learned in this module. This module gave thorough insight into the operations involved in automated circulation services. It defines the objectives and advantages of the services provided through automated circulation system. Parameters defined in circulation master database that should be taken care of in the circulation operations in the library have also been explained. Also, the module elaborated the functions carried out in the automated circulation control, keeping track of creation of membership, renewal, transactions involving issue return, reservations, recall, fine collection, member login, book transfers, etc. Interlibrary loan, borrowing and lending, maintenance of library material that is binding, damaged, missing, lost and withdrawal and stock verification. It also discussed the generation of various important reports in the automated circulation system. Thank you.